And welcome back to Oxford Citizen TV. John Rawl with Errol, Castens, and we're here to talk about what's coming up in the Oxford Citizen this Friday. And we've got a lot of good stuff there, but I know we have a lot less people in Oxford this week for a couple of reasons. Some of you may be actually watching this down at the beach. Some of you may be in Omaha, Nebraska. Wherever you may be, thanks for tuning us in here at oxfordcitizen.com. Errol, last week, a story that you had on the front page about the tree issue going on at the courthouse. I know a lot of reaction to that story.
Yep, those trees are really dear to this community, and the one side says they really need some severe work, perhaps removal. The Board of Supervisors is not quite so eager to take drastic action. They want to be very conservative in their actions.
Okay. When you first told me about the trees on the square having issues, I couldn't help but think of our friends in Auburn, Alabama, where they had their trees intentionally poisoned at Toomer's Corner. That's not the case here, right?
Not that we know of.
Okay. Hopefully that's not the case. I know there's some...
These are under stress because, one, renovation of the courthouse several years ago.
Okay.
And two, it's just a very confined space anyway.
All right. So don't go blame an Alabama Crimson Tide fan for this quite yet. All right, let's fast forward.
Probably LSU.
Maybe LSU, there you go. Let's fast forward to this week. We're going to have a lot of coverage from Omaha with John Davis and both Parrish Alford up there covering Ole Miss at the College World Series. Whatever happens there, you can find a great display of writing as well as photos. Our Thomas Wells is up there as well with those. We got the Three Stooges in Omaha this week. Thomas Parrish and John Davis covering Ole Miss baseball at the College World Series. Hopefully they won't watch this and come back after me. But we have that coming up, so lots of sports from Omaha, but also stuff going on here in Oxford. And one thing that was covered this week in the Board of Aldermen meeting was a loading zone permit type thing.
The more construction that goes on in downtown, the more it impacts traffic, and they're trying to make it where a lot of the loading and unloading has to be done during low traffic times.
Okay. And I know they're probably, if they're not, there should be some laws about how construction crews and such handle traffic, because I've seen some very unprofessional ways of stopping traffic, and it's really a safety hazard. And with as much as we have going on, we don't want anybody to get hurt if we can help it.
Absolutely.
So we've got that going on. Also, there's some things going on campus at Ole Miss with some dorm renovations.
Mm-hmm. Dorm renovations are going on. 3 of the historic dorms near the center of the campus will be converted to office space, academic and administrative probably.
Okay.
And there's possibility that a new dorm, we're supposing, we will find out before this week's issue comes out.
Yeah.
That the space is being cleared for a new dorm.
Okay. And the dorms you're talking about, the 3 that are together, are near Johnson Commons.
Mm-hmm.
Now, has that renovation been completed at Johnson Commons? Do we know? Because I know that was a long-term project. Well, got a lot of stuff being built around town, and you can't build stuff unless you got a tax hike, and that's one thing that you're going to cover this week. Maybe not for campus, but for the city and county.
That would actually be for the city school district, the Oxford School District. They're proposing a tax hike for this next year's budget.
Okay. And on the education front, another school here in Lafayette County that we want to talk a little bit about is Regent School. They actually announced this week they're going to have a new athletic director.
Mm-hmm. And the role of athletics in classical education, as they call their emphasis, we'll explore that a little bit too.
And the new AD is someone who already was in the Oxford community and will continue to be so as a business person. So we'll have information about that. And what else is going on at Regent School? I know they up College Hill Road, maybe a little bit out of the way for some people to kind of keep a track of what's going on with them. They got some exciting things that we'll cover this week as well in the Oxford Citizen. It'll be out in newsstands and in your mailbox on Friday. So take a look for the printed edition of the Oxford Citizen, and you can always get updates right here at oxfordcitizen.com. For Errol Castens, I'm publisher John Rawl. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.